G'day guys, just thought I would touch base and let you guys know about the programming for the next 6 weeks, because I've had a few people ask me what we are doing and why we're doing it, and instead of repeating myself 10,000 times, I'll just tell everyone once and then you can all figure it out. Okay, so here's my cheat sheet. Basically, we're going to change the format a little bit. Some of you already know we run on a 4-day rotation where we do strength, endurance, competition, and gymnastics day. But we're going to switch that up for 6 weeks to have a go at a 3-day rotation. So it'll be strength, endurance, and competitions, kind of like interval type stuff. And then we'll do that basically twice a week, but in a slightly different pattern each week. This doesn't mean we're losing the gymnastics element, because on the 2 non-strength days, we're focusing on 2 different gymnastics elements for the next 6 weeks. So that is handstand walking is one of them, and then a lot of ring work in the pulling fashion for the other one. So lots of rows, false grip holds, shoulder extension work, things like that. Shoulder extension is back this way. Okay, so a lot of people miss that range of motion, so it'll also double up as posture work, which would be pretty good. The other thing we're doing, so you'll do that gymnastics works 4 times a week, so handstands twice a week, ring work twice a week. The other thing we're doing that's very different to what I usually do, but I figure have a go and see if it works, is we're going to do 2 different strength workouts. We'll do 1 each week, and we're going to do those 2 exact workouts every week for 5 weeks. Okay, so you'll do the same one. So ideally, you will progress as you go. Okay, so the first one, which will be on Tuesday this week, is a back squat base. Okay, and then the second one, which will be on Thursday this week, and next week it'll change, is a deadlift posture base one as well. Okay, so basically the premise is that I write the workouts 6 weeks from now, and then we want to program accordingly to get you better at those 6 workouts. So it's those 6 workouts that I think that the whole gym can get better at. Okay, so if you've been following the program a while, you'll know one of them will be CrossFit Total. Okay, and then the other ones I'm not going to tell you, because otherwise you'll just get stressed about it. But the program is specifically designed to get you better at those 6 workouts, and it's pretty general, but obviously you can't steer the ship straight into the air or straight into the wind. So we have to sort of slightly tangent to one side so we can make progress, and then next 6 weeks we'll slightly tangent back to the other side with the sort of antagonistic groups that we're hitting for this 6 weeks. Okay, so it should be fun. Like, there's lots of different workouts in there. Obviously, we're doing some CrossFit Games workouts, which will be super fun. Doing some CrossFit Games teams workouts will be fun. Lots of pulling, lots of double unders. A little quick tip there. So, tune your skipping ropes and protect your hands. Okay, always live to train another day. There's no point ripping your hands to pieces on a workout, because then you can't train hard the next day, and that's dumb. Cool. So, yeah, don't know what else much to say. If obviously, we'll come back to the handstand walking and ring work for a second. If you can't walk on your hands, you're the majority. Don't sweat it. That's everyone. So if we need to scale that back, totally fine. We've got a huge progression, which you should be able to see actually at 7:30 tonight, 7:30 on Sunday. Okay, you can have a look at it in Wordify and see. You might be like, I can't handstand walk over obstacles. Then, neither can I. But somebody might. Don't let me hold you back. And you can kind of go down the chart and see where you're at. So don't sweat it at all. We'll come back to one more thing. I'll flip over my page. This is my thinking page, my brainstorming page. Okay. So in our gymnastics stuff, now all gymnasts have really, really strong abs. Like, we all know that. Okay. So that means 4 out of 6 days a week, we're doing a specific ab movement. Cool. So one of them will be hollow rocks. Okay, you can pretty much do them all the time. We do them in our warm-up every day, but we're just going to hit that high volume rocking, simply because the ring work's going to combine with the ring muscle up. Okay, and when we do ring muscle ups, we're moving dynamically while trying to maintain our body tension. So A hollow rock's a great exercise for that. And then the other one, we want that hip speed, so the ability to like snap your hips really closely. So if I'm this way, let's see, you get the picture, like this way, okay, I think like V up, okay, that'll improve how hard you can kip as well. Okay, so if we combine kipping power with pulling power, then you get a lot stronger at the muscle up, which is kind of a good thing. Like you see people that can do muscle ups, most people are like, wow, you can do muscle ups, congratulations, that's a cool milestone. And it's a super cool milestone, but I think we could get even harder than that, because why not, never settle. So lots of ab work, which will probably mean from week 1, if you train all week, you'll be pretty sore, but week 2, 3, 4, 5, you'll be fine. Okay, your body will adapt pretty fast, and you shouldn't have to worry about that. What else can I talk about? I did want to do these live, but YouTube doesn't let me at the moment because I only have 2 subscribers and I need 1,000. So subscribe. The other one, with our strength session, okay, we do lots of squats. So the squat session isn't too bad, but the deadlift posture work stuff, okay, that'll have to be, because we're doing deadlifts every week. Usually I like to do the heavy once every 2 or 3 weeks, but this will be every week, so we'll have to dial back the intensity a lot. Okay, and I'll be telling all our coaches, myself, Ray and Sarah, to just beat the crap out of technique. Okay, if you're out of position 5%, we will crack the whip on you, because there's no point in this cycle doing heavy deadlifts that are out of form. That's not going to help you in the long run. This deadlift workout isn't specifically designed to get you better at deadlifts. It's more designed to get you better at posture. Okay, but a better posture will lead to better deadlifts in the long run, but you also get all the other benefits of being stronger in tighter positions. So initially we'll keep it really light. I haven't actually programmed a percentage base for it. That'll be specifically on the individual. And with that same thing as well, if you're very tall or very inflexible, don't feel like you have to do your deadlifts from the floor, okay, we can bring them up a little bit. We can even go sumo stance, or we can keep them, we can mix it up, do something in between, maybe even a hack squat if you are really out of position. So the goal is all about position with these deadlifts, not about the load. Okay, so good shapes make for better shapes in the long run. Cool. We can push the squats pretty hard though, because you'll be fine at them, and we harp on them a lot. Obviously, if you've got problems there, we can scale that back. Don't sweat it at all. What else can I talk about? I was thinking of doing a 1 minute brief, on the workout of the day for the next day. Do that every day. Probably wouldn't do it on YouTube. I could do it on YouTube. I don't know. I despise social media, so YouTube's my only place left behind Facebook and Instagram. But maybe Instagram might work better. I get bigger audience over there, so that could be the place to go. Maybe I'll just do a little Instagram live. At least it allows me to do it over there, whereas YouTube wants to pick on me and not let me do it. Never mind. Cool. Anywho, if you got any questions, text me or call me. Actually, don't call me. It's the weekend. Text me. I'll get back to you tomorrow, or just talk to me at training. Make sure you book into Waterfire. Don't be lazy. And I'll see you at the gym.